Recording yet? Recording. Okay. Hopefully this is less out of sync than the last video recording this. And, yeah, we'll see. Sorry if it is out of sync. This video is just about nostalgia. Taking nostalgic trips, basically. And it's a good one, I think. I don't know. I haven't finished making the video yet. But I think it's a good one, so bear with the out of syncness. If it is out of sync. So I watched the trailer for Rose, and I watched the trailer for Series 1 of Doctor Who, and God, it's a bit overwhelming because this is where my story started. It's where I began. I mean, you begin on your birthday, I suppose, but there are points in your life when you really begin, when your story truly and properly starts. And for me, that was with that trailer, with the trailer of Doctor Who. The trailer where, you know, people have all these amazing stories about how lucky your parents had old tapes in the garage, and then that just creates a divide in the Whovian fandom, a Doctor Who fandom, with people going, we should have all watched the classics by now. Oh, I had tapes in my garage. Not everyone even has a garage, let alone their parents having tapes in the garage. Not everyone knows about. Oh, that's a fish. I'll be back. Come back. Oh damn it! I missed an opportunity for a coat. I should have gone. I'll be back before I can say. I'll just do it. I'll just do that. I'll just do that. Back before you can say, where's she got to now? Not that fast. That was terrible. Oh, I'll just continue the video. Oh dear. Terrible editing right there. Okay. I was on about Rose, and like, not everyone's parents would have watched Doctor Who before. They might have been in a Doctor Who-less environment. And you come in a Doctor Who non-less environment, and lucky you get to see the trailer. That means you can decide whether you're going to watch this show or not. And I saw the trailer, and literally I'm quoting the words that came into my head after watching the trailer. More or less quoting, I'm going to watch that. And that was the best decision I made in my life, I think it's safe to say. I just have had a roller coaster of a year, and I wouldn't have made it through without Doctor Who music. Literally, I just it doesn't make any sense to anyone who doesn't have a support mechanism that is in the form of a television show or of a phenomenon such as music. I think most people are lucky enough to have actual people to properly rely on, not just, you can try to rely on that person and see how that goes. But otherwise, fundamentally, you're scared of doing that. I think most people in life are lucky enough to have someone they can properly rely on, and it's not scary. They will always be there. But unfortunately, not everyone has that luxury, so you have to rely on things sometimes. And fandoms are amazing when it comes to that, and normal people, I'm going to call them, don't understand that. They just see it as weird to have so much passion for a show. They don't understand how it can actually help someone through incredibly tough and difficult times, like saying goodbye to people. That's really difficult, but I think the amazing thing and the fantastic thing about Doctor Who, which makes it such an amazing show and one that speaks to so many people, is the fact that there will be an episode in there for everyone, in every situation. And if somehow there isn't yet, there will be. It's 50 years old and counting, and there are more episodes to come, thankfully, so far. So there will be one for everyone. And there are those episodes that hurt you actually because it's a similar situation. So instead of going, oh, you're like, Which, you know, it wouldn't sound very helpful. Sorry, the face of Bo just looks so weird in that thumbnail. But there will also be uplifting episodes, and that's beautiful. And hacking and just going through life, you realise how much you've really changed, because not everyone changes, but how life has taken you on a journey, and you realise what stayed with you on that journey, what's made your life what your life is. And I know that my life wouldn't be what it is without Doctor Who, which is crazy to say to most people, especially, again, when we call them normal people, not able to comprehend the effect that a show can have on a person because it's just a TV show, or they're just books, you know. But they're not. They're so much more than that. They breathe life into you, literally, physically. Sometimes you need life to be. I don't actually know the past tense of breathe. That's terrible. Well, she breathed, but you wouldn't say to be breathed into you, would you? That just sounds wrong in my head. Need life to be breathed into you. But then you wouldn't say breathe in. That's not a thing. Oh, goodness knows. Tenses are difficult, aren't they? Yes, TARDIS, tenses are difficult. Generally not. I generally don't have issues writing. But in this case, tenses are difficult, aren't they? I'll work that one out, I'll find out. But sometimes it needs life to be, let's go, chucked into you. And Doctor Who does that, and so many shows do it, and so many films do. Harry Potter is amazing at doing that too, for a lot of people. There was this girl, Tom Melton. There's this girl in Tom Melton Meets the Superfans, and there's Tom Felton Meets the Superfans, and she compared the Dementors, what they do, to what depression was doing to her. So she said depression was like how the Dementors suck the life out of you, which is an interesting comparison. But that's the thing, if there's something in something that you watch that you can relate to, and it's finally like there's something or there's someone that understands what I'm going through or nobody else does, it is incredibly helpful. And it's amazing that shows can be used as such powerful tools to do that, I think. But my journey continues for now. It's been scary, this life, sometimes, and especially this past year. I say this past year, it's this past academic year really, so from when I came back to uni till now. Go away, notice. It's been a roller coaster. It's been hard, emotionally especially, but Doctor Who and music got me through that, and I think that's fantastic. And I just feel it's great that we live in a world where we can be sort of, I don't know if landmarked is the right word, or marked, but like there are milestones all through our lives, and there are things that we can use to represent them, and sometimes we can use one thing to represent our lives, and for me it'll be Doctor Who and music, just tagging along, so I'd have to use two things really. Yeah, I just had to make this video because I think it's important for people to understand that shows are not just TV shows. And most of us in the fandoms already know that, but not everyone knows that. And it's about trying to illustrate to them why that is, why it is the way it is. It's just that sometimes a thing can help more than a person can. It's just the way it is. Sometimes it's because the people around you don't bother. Sometimes they do try, but they just don't get it. And you'll watch an episode of the show and they'll just speak to you. And you'll just be watching the doctor talk and you'll be like, yes, you get it. For example, I really identify with the Doctor. It's partly why I really wanted to play the Doctor, but that's not going to happen now. But that's for another video as to why that's not going to happen. For various reasons, apart from the reasons I put in the video, various reasons. But I really identify with the Doctor. I basically am the Doctor in so many ways. Yeah, I don't know where to start with the examples. Okay, I know all of it. All of the running and the not looking back. Something I tried to do for ages. Not because I was like, oh, the Doctor doesn't look back, therefore I mustn't look back. It just became an easier way of living. After certain things happening to one, then you need to adjust the way you live. And that was the way I adjusted, running away all the time from things, because confronting is harder. You don't want to confront, you want to run away. So, I ran away to here, not going to uni in the same place that I went to school at, and the place I went to school at, well, most of my schools weren't amazing, so that tells you something. I really ran away, didn't I? He's sort of physically running away, and his TARDIS travelling away, and mentally running away. I think that's what I do, but I think he does a bit more physical running than I do, because he ends up in all different corners of the universe compared to me. So that, but Forever the Lone Wanderer, that is such a quote, because I can really identify with that. He has that thing of companions just leaving him all the time. He said that to Rory's dad, he explained. And yeah, I didn't, well, it wasn't the same then, because one of the things he said that hadn't happened to me exactly yet. But I would watch that now and I would fully resonate with that explanation. But that's what it is. I feel like in life you just have the Doctor's companions sometimes. As in, just generally speaking, some people have that. They just have companions who walking out their lives. Like it's a shop, when life is not a shop. But anyway, that's a story for another day. That's why I could really relate to that being. It would be great if people stuck around all the time, but they don't, and the Doctor really understands that. And is probably the only person that I've found who understands that in life, and unfortunately they're not in life. And yeah, it's just beautiful characters like that who are created, and maybe there is their real life equivalent out there in the world. There's so many of us. But they're just not accessible to you. So you just have a disrepresentation of someone you identify with. Dear, I've just checked it all out. Yeah, that's it. That's the video. Nostalgia. It's just very important, I think, to Recognize where your story begins, how it continues. Yeah. Like, this is where my story began. This is where it is now. Tell them this is the story, me and your pond, and this is how it started. Once upon a time. Okay, I'm finding the stop button now because I've said everything I need to say. Like in the ending thing of a video, you're supposed to say, I'll have a video then and stuff, but I can't say that because I don't know when I'm going to be able to film stuff, I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload stuff, I don't know when I'm going to be able to edit stuff I filmed 100 billion gazillion years ago, especially for my vlog every day in April, where some videos I filmed and I didn't get to edit them and put them up, so they're still on my laptop. So yeah, just wait around for a new video whenever that comes up, and keep calm and fandom on, and it's totally okay to be in a fandom, and it doesn't actually have to be a fandom that you relate to, but whatever it is that keeps you sane in this crazy life that we all have to live. So that we all have to live it. We don't want to live it, do we? We have to do it. We just have to. That's not how I meant to say it. But yeah, in this crazy life, whatever keeps you sane, it's okay to hold on to it and to recognize it. Yeah, let's get in the video. I don't know why I did that. I don't even know why I'm doing this voice there. I'm gonna stop talking. Okay, bye. Hashtag cringe. I did not just say a hashtag out loud. I did. I'm gonna continue packing.